Sairam students, welcome back. Here we are again with our second part of the fourth poem of English, Standard 10 English, that is All the World's a Stage by William Shakespeare. In our first part, we read the poem, I explained to you the poem, and I had given you homework. Hope you have done the homework. Fine. If not, please do it. Okay, now in our second part, what are we going to do? Yes, what are we going to do is we are going to see how the comprehension and the appreciation of the poem is to be done. Okay, so for that, you need to go through whatever I am telling you and keep everything, all the instructions which I am giving you in your mind. Yes, for the first poem also I had given you certain instructions. Similar instructions I will be giving it to you today as well. Okay, all 1.4 All the World's a Stage by William Shakespeare. Don't forget it. Okay, first question. Match the columns with what they signify. Yes, see the table which is given here first. Yes, the first stage. Yes, what is the stage? The characters, the script, dialogues, entry, exit. In the B column we have birth, situations, story of life, death, conversation and life. Okay, in the second table we have the answers. What is the stage? Our life is the stage. Yes, all the world is the stage. So what is the world? Our life is the stage. Characters, what are the characters? The situations are the characters. Fine. What is the script? The story of life is the script. What are the dialogues? The conversation between people are the dialogues. When you're on the stage, you need to speak something. So what are those dialogues? In the cycle of life, the story of life is the conversation which we have with each other are the dialogues. And like I had told you, entry is the birth and exit is the death. Yes. Now children, keep in mind, in your exam, when it is asked match the column, you are going to do it the way we have done it in the second table. Yes, you are not going to draw lines across, nor are you going to write 1A, 1B, 2C and all that. Nothing like that. You have to write question plus answers. Even though if you have drawn line across and it is correct, you are not going to get any marks. You are going to be at a loss. Fine. Next question. Answer the following. What do exits and entrances refer to? Exits refer to death, whereas entrances refer to birth. This is how you're going to write this answer. Why I'm telling you like this is because when this question is asked, when we had asked this question in earlier exams also, where do exits and entrances refer to? Children had written exits and entrances refer to birth and death respectively. When you write respectively, it means your exits means birth and your entrances means death. Wrong. So specified exits mean death, whereas entrances refer to birth. Is it clear? Keep this in mind. Fine. Why is reputation like a bubble? Yes, remember I have told you, I had explained this to you in the poem also. Why bubble reputation, seeking bubble reputation. In the poem, reputation means success. Reputation is compared to a bubble. The bubble form is a temporary one. Similarly, reputation or success achieved is also said to be temporary. Why temporary? Because you need to work hard to maintain that success or the reputation. So that is why if you just let it go, it is going to be temporary for you if you do not try your best to maintain it. Fine. So that is why in the poem, reputation means success and it is compared to a bubble. The bubble formed is a temporary one. Similarly, reputation or success achieved is also said to be temporary. Fine. We move ahead. We have the poetic device. Yes. Name and explain the figures of speech. The first one. All the world's a stage. Yes. Metaphor. The figure of speech over here is metaphor. The world is indirectly compared to a stage. Yes. So we have two things over the world and a stage. So two things are being compared indirectly. When there is indirect comparison, that time the figure of speech is metaphor. Fine. Then and all the men and women are merely players. Again over here we have metaphor because the men and women are indirectly compared to players. What are they being compared to? Players. The men and women are being compared to players. Then they have the exits and entrances. Okay, so they have the exits and entrances. Yes, so you exit and you enter. So these are two opposite ideas which are used over here. So the figure of speech over here which we have used is antithesis. What is this figure of speech? Antithesis. Exit and entrances are two opposite ideas used in the same sentences. So it is antithesis. When two same ideas are used, it is tautology. Don't get confused, children. Antithesis, anti means something which is opposite, right? Anti means you've learned about antonyms. So antonyms, what is opposite word? So it is gone from that word anti means opposite. So that thing should click to your mind. Antithesis means opposite ideas are expressed in the line, or they're in the same line. Two opposite ideas are used in the same line. Okay. One more thing, important thing I would like to tell you, children. Please learn the spellings of all the figures of speech thoroughly well, because if you write the wrong figure of speech, the spelling incorrect, if it is incorrect, you are going to lose your marks. Metaphor, METAPHOR, is the only spelling of metaphor, and antithesis also ANTITHESIS, that is antithesis. I hope you don't make mistakes in writing these spellings. Okay, children? Fine. Antithesis, don't go antithesis. Some tend to write ANTHI. Don't give your own versions of spellings. The spellings which I am giving it to you, follow those same spellings. Fine. These three questions, for your poem comprehension, you have 3 questions for 5 marks. The first question is for 2 marks. The second question is also for 2 marks. And the third question is also for 2 marks. Fine. So this is our first question, A1. It comes for 2 marks. Over here I have done many things in the method column. Over there you can get less. Okay, based on how they can give the bifurcation of marks. Fine. So 2 marks for the first question. Second question also 2 marks. Either they can have asked 2 questions or they can ask only 1 question. It can be answer the following. It can be a web diagram. It can be complete the following. It can be explain the meaning of anything what is according to the poem. Fine. And the third question is just of 1 mark. 1 mark where you can be asked about the rhyme scheme, or they can ask the figure of speech. Since in this poem there is no rhyme scheme, they can give the rhyme scheme. So if it is asked give the rhyme scheme, what will you write? The poem has no rhyme scheme. It is a free verse. Yes, it is a free verse. It has no rhyme scheme. Fine. Then they can ask the poetic device as figures of speech also, like what we have done it over here. So this is regarding the comprehension of the poem. Fine. Important thing also, for you, we are going to do the comprehension and the appreciation of each and every poem which we have in our text. Yes, we have done the first poem where the mind is without fear. We have done the comprehension and we have done the appreciation also. That thing was given as appreciation was given as a homework also for you children, if I'm not wrong. Fine. So we will be doing the appreciation of the poem. Okay, poem appreciation. Write the appreciation of the poem in a paragraph format using the following points, which is of 5 marks. Yes, so comprehension 5 marks, appreciation 5 marks. So what are the things which will be asked for 5 marks? It will be title of the poem, poet of the poem, rhyme scheme, figures of speech, and central idea, which is for 2 marks. For the title you have half mark. For the poet of the poem you have half mark. For the rhyme scheme you have 1 mark. For the figures of speech we have 1 mark. And for the central idea we have 2 marks. Okay. So based on this you are going to write the appreciation of the poem in a paragraph format using so these are the points which are given. With the help of these points you will write it in the paragraph format the way we are going to do. Okay. So this is the poem. The poem All the World's Stage is taken from the play As You Like It, written by the Bard of Avon, William Shakespeare. So over here I have completed the first 2 points, name of the poem and the poet's name. So poem's name is All the World's Stage and poet's name is William Shakespeare. You can simply write it. The poem All the World's Stage is written by William Shakespeare. I have made it more flowery so that it creates a good impression on the examiner as well. Fine. So all the words, the stage is taken from the play As You Like It, written by the Bard of Avon, William Shakespeare. Fine. It is a monologue where the poet compares the world to a stage where the drama of human life is enacted. It is a monologue. Monologue is like how you have between two people, you have a dialogue. When you have one person is speaking, that is called as a monologue. So it is a monologue where the poet compares the world to a stage where the drama of human life is enacted. Fine. Then the third point was that of the rhyme scheme. The poem has no rhyme scheme. It is a free verse. Simple. Yes, no rhyme scheme. It is a free verse. Then the next was figures of speech. So over here we have finished writing for 2 marks, right children? Half mark for the name of the poem, half mark for name of the poet, 1 mark for giving the rhyme scheme. So even if there is no rhyme scheme, you simply write there is no rhyme scheme, also you get marks. Or even if you write it is a free verse, you will also get that full 1 mark over there. Then the figures of speech. The poet has beautified the poem using many figures of speech like simile, metaphor, onomatopoeia, repetition, etc. So many figures of speech are used in this poem. So I have named a few: simile, metaphor, onomatopoeia, repetition, and I have taken a sentence also and explained the figure of speech. You have to do this. Okay, the title of the poem is a metaphor. What's the name of the title? What's the title of the poem? All the world's a stage, right? The title of the poem is a metaphor. All the world's a stage, where the world is indirectly compared to a stage. We have done it in a comprehension also, children, right? So the title of the poem is a metaphor. All the world's a stage, where the world is indirectly compared to a stage. Fine. So we have completed the 4 points for 3 marks over here. Now what is left is the central idea. The central idea of the poem revolves around the 7 stages of human life, where in each stage the men and women have to play their part. The poem depicts the cycle of life, which starts with an infant who is unaware of everything happening around him or her, and ends with second childishness, who is also unaware what is happening. Yes, see, I have explained this to you. So that is the central idea. Central idea is for 2 marks, so it has to be big. Yes, it has to be up to 5 to 6 lines where you can write it. Okay. So the central idea of the poem revolves around the 7 stages of human life, where in each stage the men and women have to play their part. The poem depicts the cycle of life, which starts with an infant who is unaware of everything happening around him or her, and ends with second childishness, who is also unaware of what is happening. Yes, so this is the central idea of the poem. So you write it, you can get full 5 marks over here if you write everything perfectly, but it has to be in the form of a paragraph. I have written in a paragraph format. Okay, so you can write it in 2 paragraphs, you can write it in 1 paragraph also, but it has to be in a paragraph, not point form. You write it in point form, you are going to lose your marks. Have I written the appreciation in a point form? No, I have written in the form of a paragraph. So you also are expected, or it's compulsory for you to write the poem appreciation in a format of a paragraph. I hope this is clear to you, children. Yes. So fine, that is what we had in our second part, and with this we finish our 1.4 All the World's a Stage by William Shakespeare. Sai Ram, thank you.